Welcome to Life to Live. We are a newly retired couple living in Ontario, Canada. We hope you enjoy coming along with us every month as we post what we have been up to on our homestead. Rhubarb is ready. Here is the first batch of rhubarb that I have cut. I am making pink rhubarb punch. First, wash the rhubarb and cut into pieces. 8 cups in total. Plus 8 cups of water added to your saucepan. Bring to a boil and then reduce your heat and simmer for 10 minutes. In a large bowl, add 2.5 cups of sugar, 2 tablespoons of strawberry gelatin, 2 cups of boiling water, and then stir. Two cups of pineapple juice. One-quarter cup of lemon juice, and then stir. Strain liquid off of rhubarb. Sorry for the steamed up lens. Add liquid to bowl. Save your rhubarb puree for future use. I actually freeze it at this point, and then when I want to use it, I thaw and add ginger ale. It makes about 5 quarts. I made 3 batches of juice and had some rhubarb left to put in the freezer for desserts. Recipe will be down in the first comment. I took 3 cups of the rhubarb puree and made a cream cheese rhubarb pie. You will need 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 1 cup of sugar, pinch of salt, 1/2 cup of water, 1 package 8-ounce cream cheese softened, 2 eggs, and 1/2 cup of sugar, plus an unbaked pie shell. Here is the finished product. The recipe will be down below in the first comment. Heirloom seed planting time. I had some help today from my grandson. May the 13th to the 17th is the first quarter of the month, or the waxing moon. In the first box, I planted peas, zucchini, and green beans. In the second box, I planted squash and melons, and in the third box, bush beans and watermelon. I planted my herbs, parsley, you will notice the tomato plants at the patio door hardening off. And basil. Finally got to plant my tomato plants outside. I'm putting crushed eggshells in each hole. Then I put a tomato cage around each plant. You will notice I had to put plastic around the tomato cages to protect the plants. It was very windy, cold, and rainy. Here I am planting my peppers. Sorry, I had camera issues. It took me a week or so to get my camera fixed, but May the 20th to the 25th was a waning moon after the full moon on the 18th. So I planted radishes, asparagus, garlic, potatoes, cucumber in smaller garden spots. I will show you next month. In box 1, I added onions, box 2, beets and parsnips, box 3, turnip, box 4, carrots and sunflowers, and I also planted my annual flowers and some seeds. The sweet potato is now ready to have the slips cut off and be put into water to grow roots. On May the 29th, we received our 50-day-old chicks and 5-day-old turkeys. To my surprise, they were shipped together. I wanted to separate them as I had different food and also the turkeys need extra care. I dipped each of their beaks in the water and the feed so they would know where it was. It was very cold outside, so we had to keep them in the house for a while. The reason I did not want to put them together is that the turkeys are more fragile and the chickens are more wild, and they just knocked the turkeys over, plus they kept pushing them away from the water and food sources. You will notice right away that the turkeys were not happy. They had bonded with the chickens and continually kept trying to get back over there. I could not interest them in eating or drinking. They just kept tromping on each other. Sad to say, but in the next 48 hours, we had already lost 2 turkeys. The chicks are all happy and busy. I actually counted 52 because they always send a few extra in case of loss. This is a short tour of our blooming shrubs and perennial beds. Dandelions going to seed. Crab apple tree. Green beans coming up. Peas coming up. Multiple ferns. Our strawberries are starting to flower. And here is a small garden patch I was talking about earlier beside the rhubarb. The potatoes have been dug up by something, probably a squirrel, and I have to replant them. Tomatoes just seem to be standing still. They don't seem to be growing much. Of course, it's very cold and rainy. The grapevines are starting to bud. This pond is an unfinished project that we will do later and record. Sourdough bread making day. I will share this in another video. More work on our new garden spot, disking, etc. More on that next month. Thanks for watching our May Homesteading Ventures. Please hit the subscribe button and like this video. See you again next month for our next set of adventures.